What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix's new documentary series, The Puppet Master, Hunting the Ultimate Con Man. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you'd like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. Holy smokes. The nightmare in this documentary is almost as unbelievable as the true story itself. But all of it really happened. The Puppet Master Hunting the Ultimate Con Man is harrowing and jaw-dropping, but it's also infuriating. It makes me boiling mad. Not only at the perpetrator, since he's obviously the main bad guy, but also at those who fall victim to his spell. I know, I'm terrible for being angry at their Stockholm Syndrome experience, but man, the pain they cause on their family. I can never imagine myself doing the same to mine. It's just shocking that this psycho gets to rule over them for so long and that they allow him to do so for so long. In The Puppet Master, Hunting the Ultimate Con Man, over the course of a decade, Robert Freegard controlled, conned, and fleeced at least 7 women and 1 man, stealing close to £1 million. His traumatized victims were led to believe that they were accomplices in highly elaborate Secret Service operations and that their families were in grave danger if they did not obey. Freegard exploited, abused, and controlled them with extreme cruelty, confident his victims were too paralyzed by fear to escape. Now, in an incredible twist, the story reaches into the present day with a family who fear for their mother's safety. So there are 3 episodes total, each has a different runtime, mainly because the documentarian wants to leave each episode with a somewhat suspenseful cliffhanger, and so they time it at just the right desired moment. Unless you live in Europe, the name Robert Freegard probably doesn't immediately ring a bell, and to this day, there's still not much known about his upbringing or his background, other than he was once a car salesperson or a bartender. So what this documentary does is go back and forth between his crime against 3 people in the 90s and his current crime against a family whose matriarch runs off with him and is still presumed missing. Clearly, from the 2 timelines, Robert Freegard has a pattern. He has a modus operandi, if you will. He doesn't hypnotize his victims, he doesn't put a gun to their heads, at least not that I know of, but his weapons are charms and inflicting fear. Think of Robert as some kind of a cult leader. We always wonder why those cult members don't just run away from their fenceless compound. But that's the thing. The psychological grip that their cult leader has on them is strong and unbreakable. Robert has that same effect on the gullible folks he holds captive. This documentary has a very chilling, very intense way of describing Robert's persistence when demanding money from his victims' families. It's this frequent, repeated imagery that keep pounding on you, to the point where you can kind of understand why these unfortunate families would then grow tired and give in. The 2 unlikely heroes of this story are actually the father of the 90s missing daughter and the ex-husband of the current missing woman. Those 2 basically take it upon themselves to do their own meticulous investigations. In many ways, this documentary is heartbreaking and emotionally devastating. Yes, I'm still furious, but I can't stay mad at the victims forever, because it's easier to say fight or flight when I'm not in their shoes. My God, depleting their bank accounts, depleting their family's bank accounts, and all for Robert? I can never fully wrap my head around the idea of completely relinquishing or surrendering your inhibition to a man like that. The Puppet Master, Hunting the Ultimate Con Man, is yet another extraordinary, riveting true crime documentary from Netflix. One that you won't be able to easily shake off.